This is the royal family tree simplified from the first person to call themselves King of England to Elizabeth II herself. Obviously, I can't cover everyone's mothers and cousins and great nieces, and I may miss a few disputed reigns along the way, as this is the very basic history of how the crown passed from one person to another. Egbert became King of England by becoming overlord of all the other kings in 829. He had one son, Ethelwulf, who had 4 sons succeed him. You have your Ethelbalds, your Ethelberts, and your Ethelreds. Alfred the Great was his 4th. Next came his son Edward the Elder, then his son Athelstan. Edmund I was his half-brother. The crown then passed to his brother Edward, and then back to his own sons Edwig and Edgar, and then to Edgar's sons Edward II and Ethelred II. Now hold on to your hats, because then the Vikings are here. There's a bit of back and forth between Ethelred the Unready and Sven Forkbeard, king of the Danes, but eventually Ethelred's son Edmund II takes the throne. Canute invaded, passing the crown to his 2 sons, Howard I and then half-brother Harthacnut, who then dies childless, and his half-brother from his mother's side, Edward, retrieves the crown to the House of Wessex. From Edward, the crown is passed to his brother-in-law, Harold II, or also the 3rd cousin of Harthacnut, descended from Harold Bluetooth. William the Conqueror was Edward's first cousin once removed, apparently promised the throne, and invades to take it in 1066. William II was the 3rd son in line, as his 2 older brothers had died. Henry I was his brother, the 4th in line from his father. Matilda became heir only when her 2 brothers had died in a drowning accident. Stephen stole the throne from his cousin Matilda, causing what became known as the anarchy. But the crown was returned to Matilda's son Henry II. Richard I took the crown as his 2 older brothers had died. John I was Richard's brother, or the 4th in line from his father, passing to his son Henry III, to his son Edward I, and then his son Edward II, also the 4th in line, and finally to his son Edward III. His son Edward the Black Prince died too soon, and the crown was passed to the king's grandson, Richard II. Henry IV was Richard's nephew, through the Duke of Lancaster, kicking off the War of the Roses. The crown then passes to his son Henry V, and then to his son Henry VI, until the Yorkist faction takes rule under Edward IV, his 3rd cousin, but then passes back and forth. Upon Edward IV's death, his young son Edward V took over the crown. However, after a mysterious disappearance of him and his younger brother, his uncle and protector became Richard III. After dying in the final battle, the crown passed to Henry VII, Richard's 3rd cousin once removed, from the House of Lancaster, finally ending the War of the Roses by marrying Elizabeth of York, also sister of Edward V. Henry VIII was the 2nd son to his father and made a bit of a mess of the family tree. The crown passed from his firstborn son, Edward VI, who named his heir Lady Jane Grey, his 1st cousin once removed, due to her religious affiliation. After she had Jane executed, Mary I forcefully claimed back the throne, and she was the 1st child of Henry VIII. She had no children, and the crown passed to her half-sister, Elizabeth I, Henry VIII's 2nd child with his 2nd wife. Elizabeth herself famously never married and had no children. James VI of Scotland was Elizabeth's 1st cousin twice removed, through her father's sister Margaret, who became Queen of Scotland, and he became her next living heir and England's James I. Charles I was his 2nd son. Charles II was his son, but had no children himself, passing the crown to his brother James II. After a change of religion, a new marriage, and then a new Catholic son, the Glorious Revolution deposed James, putting on the throne jointly his own daughter Mary and her husband, also her cousin, William of Orange. After Mary's death, William ruled alone for a bit before his own death, and her sister Anne took the throne herself. Also, after leaving no heirs herself, we have then another big jump to George I, who was Anne's 2nd cousin, and since they were ignoring their Catholic family, was her closest but distant heir from Germany, who was already ruling over there as Elector of Hanover. George II was his son, George III was his grandson, and George IV was his son. Tragically, his daughter and only heir Charlotte died very young in childbirth, leaving the crown to pass to his brother William IV. We see Queen Victoria coming to the throne through her father's claim, who was fourth son to George III, and she was King William's niece. Edward VII was her firstborn son. George V became heir when his older brother Albert died, and his first son, Edward VIII, became king, but not 1 year into his rule he abdicated, leaving the crown to his brother George VI. His daughter Elizabeth took the throne after his death. And there we have it. Egbert of Wessex names himself King of England, and with a few bumps along the way, we come directly to Elizabeth II. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.